Hey guys, today we're talking about 20 common but totally disastrous auto habits that might be destroying your car and even make you spend much more when you visit an auto store. And facts are, you might not even realize it. These are the habits your mechanic secretly hopes you'll stop doing. So stick around to the end because trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be shocked at how easily you've been ruining your car. Let's get started. Ignoring warning lights. The number one most common and dangerous auto habit to stop is ignoring those dreaded warning lights. You see that check engine light come on? What do? Ignore it, right? Most people think, oh, it's probably just something minor. But here's the truth. It's a huge deal. Modern cars have sophisticated onboard diagnostics, OBD2, that tell you exactly what's going wrong. And when that little light comes on, it can mean anything from a small sensor issue to catastrophic engine or transmission failure. I know it's tempting to think, I'll deal with it later, but trust me, ignoring it could lead to repairs in the thousands. I once ignored a check engine light and ended up with a $3,500 repair bill. It happened that I merely had a low coolant, which could have been resolved easily, but no, I didn't check. So don't be like the old me. When that light pops up, don't wait. Get it checked immediately. And the thing, you can do this yourself before taking your discovery to a mechanic if it is a complete fix. We have lots of videos on this. I will link a few in the description box below. 2. Delaying routine maintenance. Next up, skipping routine maintenance. You might think, why do I need to change my oil again? It's fine, right? Well, no, it's not. Maintaining your car properly is the secret to keeping it running smoothly for years. Here's the thing. Coolant, oil, and brake fluid aren't just suggestions. They're essential for your car's health. For instance, engine coolant does more than just prevent overheating. It's also preventing corrosion in the engine. And when you skip fluid changes, you risk expensive damage to parts like your water pump or radiator. Imagine this. You don't change the coolant, and a few months later, your radiator cracks. That's a few $1,000s down the drain. So don't skip those maintenance checks. Your car's life depends on it. Driving on worn tires. Worn out tires? That's a disaster waiting to happen. We all know tires aren't cheap, but running your tires down to the 237-inch legal limit is a huge safety risk. You might be saving money now, but if you're driving on bald tires, your traction is dangerously low. Did you know that with worn tires, your stopping distance increases by 100 feet at highway speeds? That's the difference between avoiding an accident or not. I mean, do you really want to risk your safety or the safety of your passengers just to squeeze a few more miles out of those tires? I don't think so. So if your tires are worn, replace them before it's too late. You'll thank yourself later when you avoid a serious accident. 4. Ignoring unusual noises. Okay, here's another one. Ignoring strange noises. Does your car make grinding, squealing, clunking, or clicking sounds? Stop right there. Those are not normal sounds. Let's break it down. A squealing sound could indicate a bad drive belt. Grinding means your brakes are probably worn, and that clunking sound could be a suspension issue. These sounds are warning signs that your car is telling you something's wrong. Ignoring them doesn't make the problem go away. It just makes it worse. 5. Driving your car when it's overheated. Next on the list, driving a car that's overheating. If your engine temperature gauge starts to climb into the red zone, stop driving. Seriously. You might think you can make it a little further to a mechanic or home, but driving an overheated engine is a recipe for disaster. Here's the thing. A modern aluminum engine can suffer catastrophic damage, like a blown head gasket, in as little as 5 minutes of overheating. Way back, I once drove a car that was overheating, thinking I could just make it, and I ended up needing a brand new engine. It's better to stop, pull over, and call a tow truck. I promise, the cost of a tow is way cheaper than replacing your engine. 6. Putting fluids in the wrong places. Here's one that happens more often than you think. Putting fluids in the wrong places. Engine oil in the transmission reservoir? Not good. Antifreeze in the brake system? A huge problem. I know it sounds like something you'd never do, but I've seen it happen. Always double check where you're putting your fluids. Putting the wrong fluid in the wrong place can cause total engine failure. And trust me, you don't want to be replacing your engine because of a simple mistake. So, next time you pop the hood, make sure you know what goes where. 7. Ignoring leaky fluids. Speaking of fluids, have you ever noticed oily spots on your driveway or garage? That's a major warning sign that something is leaking under the hood. Whether it's engine oil, coolant, or brake fluid, leaks are a serious problem. When fluid levels run low, Your car can overheat, brake performance can suffer, and your engine can seize. 8. Expecting a free diagnosis. Ever think you can get a free diagnosis by taking your car to an auto parts store? I hate to break it to you, but free diagnostics are usually a waste of time. Sure, the store will scan the car's computer and give you a code, but that's only the first step in finding out what's really wrong. Mechanics spend a lot of time troubleshooting beyond just reading a code, testing sensors, checking wiring, and running more detailed tests. 9. Telling your mechanic what to fix. Here's something I've seen many people do: telling the mechanic exactly what to fix. You might think you know what's wrong, but the truth is, your mechanic is the expert. They have the tools and knowledge to do a thorough diagnosis. If you tell them what to replace, you're skipping important steps in the diagnostic process. 10. Shopping for the cheapest brake job. Another mistake I see all the time. I get it, brake jobs can be expensive, but a $99 brake job is usually a scam. Here's why. Those shops offering too good to be true prices are either cutting corners on parts or upselling you unnecessary repairs. I've fallen for this before and ended up paying way more in the long run. When it comes to brakes, pay for quality service and trust your mechanic to use the right parts. It's always better to pay a fair price for a reliable brake job than deal with the headache of a botched repair. 12. Not driving your car regularly. Leaving your car parked for long periods? Bad idea. Cars need to be used regularly to keep everything in working order. A car that sits too long can develop battery issues, tire problems, and even fuel system clogs. If you're not using it, at least drive it every few days or hook it up to a charger. 13. Complaining about shop supply charges. Here's a simple one: complaining about shop supply charges. These are the costs for things like cleaning supplies, rags, and specialized products. It's part of the job, and most shops pass these costs on to you. The reality is, shops are not making a profit off these charges. They just need to cover their costs, so don't sweat it. 14. Bringing your car in dirty. Mechanics don't want to work in a junkyard. If your car's interior is filled with trash or clutter, it'll take them longer to do their job. Keep your car clean and organized, both for your sake and your mechanic's. A clean car is an easier, quicker fix. 15. Withholding information from your mechanic. Don't withhold information from your mechanic. If you notice something off, tell them. Whether it's a weird sound, an unusual smell, or an issue with handling, anything could be important. The more information you give, the faster they'll pinpoint the problem. 16. Shifting gears while moving. Shifting from drive to reverse while the car is still moving can destroy your transmission. Many cars use an electronic transmission selector, which requires stopping to safely engage reverse gear. Always make sure your car is completely stopped before shifting gears. This simple habit will prevent costly transmission repairs. 17. Haggling over repair prices. Trying to haggle over repair prices? Mechanics have a set rate for a reason. They have to cover the cost of labor, parts, and specialized tools. Instead of haggling, trust that the price reflects the work involved. If you don't agree with the estimate, it's fine to shop around. 18. Ignoring the brake fluid level. Here's a tip: check your brake fluid regularly. Brake fluid is one of the most critical components for your safety, and low levels can lead to brake failure. If you hear any strange noises or feel your brakes are not as responsive, get them checked out immediately. 19. Bringing in parts you bought online. Another mistake: bringing in parts you bought online and asking the mechanic to install them. Sure, you might think you're saving money, but in reality, you're asking your mechanic to install parts they don't trust. Plus, if the part fails, they won't cover it under warranty. It's often better to let the shop source the parts, ensuring quality and warranty coverage. 20. Not getting a used car inspected before buying. Last but not least, never buy a used car without a professional inspection. A shiny exterior or smooth test drive won't tell you about hidden issues. A professional inspection might cost you around $200, but it's nothing compared to the thousands you could spend fixing problems you didn't notice. So there you have it, the 20 bad habits that could be wrecking your car and costing you big time in repairs. If you've been guilty of any of these, don't worry, you can fix them today and keep your car running smoothly for years. And if you like this video, be sure to check out our video here on 19 things never to do to an automatic vehicle. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more awesome car tips and tricks. Stay safe on the road, and I'll catch you in the next one.